A father and son who separated in Arizona, then quite by accident, found each other in San Diego 22 years later. But there's even more to this amazing story, as Jim Wilkerson is here to tell us. Jim, what is
this is an interesting one, Adrian. You know, briefly, when the parents divorced, and Junior became, frankly, out of control. He ran away from home even before he was a teenager. But events changed his life, and he came to San Diego. Little did he know that his dad had moved here, too. And he found out about it last month, and so he wanted to start over again.
It hasn't been an easy life for Chris Tortorici. He works nights at a gas station in Hillcrest, and when business is slow, he paints. Yep. He can't even remember being a boy, because when he was 7, his parents split up, and his mother became unstable, and he had to be the man of the house at age 11. He became a street-tough gangbanger in Los Angeles till he joined the Marines at 17. He married in the Corps, and after 10 years got a different calling. So he left the Corps and brought the family to San Diego. And he's preaching in East San Diego now, trying to turn young lives toward God and away from drugs and violence. To help even more, he and his wife inquired about being foster parents. And during the phone call, when he gave his name, the woman asked if he were any relation to the Bill Tortorici, the artist in Imperial Beach.
Anxiety started building, and I really felt like it was him.
When Chris found the studio, he took his wife home so he could face his dad first, alone.
I wasn't afraid. I was hoping that I would have a chance to be able to try to reach out to him.
At 10:30 at night, he knocked at the door, and his dad's wife answered.
Marla, he said, "Who is it?" And it's 10:30 at night, and I said, "It's Chris Tortorici." She said, "Who?" I said, "Chris Tortorici." Then I could hear some whispering in the background. Finally, she opened the door and says, "Oh, my God, oh, my God."
Bowie, there's someone at the door that says he's Chris Tortorici. And Bowie gets out of bed and he puts his pants on and he goes to the door and he opens it. And his face just went white. And there was Chris at the door. And he hasn't seen him in like 20-something years.
My dad came out of the room and it was him. And that just totally blew my mind.
Honest and truly, my heart just stopped. I mean, it was like for a second. Because I really didn't think I'd ever see him again.
Immediately, you know, put my arms around him and we sat and talked to about 3:30 in the morning. And it was just a great opportunity, great time.
I never had one really, you know, and so I didn't know how to act. I was nervous.
Well, he gave me a big hug, and he says, he said, "How you doing, grandson?" And I was really like, I was like, whoa.
This is so wonderful. I mean, I've gone through my whole life saying, I don't want kids, I don't want kids, I don't want kids, I don't want kids. And you don't know what you want or what you don't want until you have them. Because now that I've got them, I wouldn't be without them.
As remarkable as the reunion was the fact that father and son are both artists.
So this was even more of a surprise than the fact that he was a preacher, you know, that he was a minister. And I was really amazed at the quality of his drawings. So I gave him some paper, and I said to him, "I want you to do some larger pieces."
And this is what Chris has done in just the month they've re-met. He didn't know he was so good.
I was amazed. I'm still amazed. I feel like somebody else drew them. I'm just sitting back looking at them.
The detail of the hands is outstanding, and Chris plans to send this one to Arsenio Hall when he's finished. He wants to do portraits professionally.
I'm going to do everything in my power to help him get out of that gas station. I think he deserves it, and I love his work, and I'm going to be one of his biggest boosters.
Like, perfect. It was beautiful.
The best Christmas of my whole life.
Good one.
It certainly could be the best Christmas. Look, they're both artists. Have they had art lessons? How'd they know they both had this ability?
Neither had any lessons. Neither knew the other one was doing any art. It's rather remarkable. You don't hear about too many Michelangelos and sons. I mean, even when they grow up together and they're artists, they don't go together. But now they're both together. They both have their work in a gallery together. So
fantastic.
They're on their way.
Jim, thanks. Merry Christmas. Good story.